You will show reverence to the Lord. The Lord is a benevolent God, but he's very austere. When it's time to display his indignation towards something, he will do it 100% without pity. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 3 and 4. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send mine anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thine abominations. And mine eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. The Lord will repay you for your wickedness. Whatever you're doing that's wicked, that's against the law, that to make you transgress, he will repay you for that. He will visit you, small or big. He's coming for you. And let's keep going. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 10 and 11. Behold the day, behold, it is come, the morning is gone forth. The rod hath blossomed, pride hath budded, violence is risen up into a rod of wickedness. None of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor of any of theirs, neither shall there be wailing for them. As you can see, Israel's got too prideful, too much violence in the nation. People stepping on each other's feet, killing each other, robbing, killing each other, and people are walking haughty. A humble set of people turned to a hubris set of people, walking too high, head too high, and they're nobody, you know? And not only are they doing this, it's everybody doing this. We have a whole nation doing this, living contrary to what the Most High believes. So what does he have to do? It's time for a spanking. And not only a spanking, it's time for some killing to go on. I've been watching for too long. Now it's time to show you I am the Lord. Yahweh Shai. Yahweh. Let's go to verse 15. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. But they that escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valleys, all of them mourning, every one for his iniquity. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads. Look at this. Look at this. It's looking very sad for Israel right now. You don't die by the sword, you're going to die by the famine. You don't die by the famine, you're going to die by pestilence. You're going to die by some diseases. You know what I'm saying? It's looking very bad. But here's the thing. We're not going to stay on that too long. I want to show you the Lord's wrath. But let's see why he is so angry. We're going to go to chapter 8 now. Ezekiel was sitting amongst the elders of Judah. Then the Lord came and showed him a vision. Let's see what he showed him. Let's go. We're going to start with verse 5. Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 5. Then he said unto me, Son of man, lift up thine eyes now the way toward the north. So I lifted up mine eyes the way toward the north, and behold, northward at the gate of the altar, this image of jealousy in the entry. You see, jealousy. The Lord don't like people being jealous. But let's keep reading. All it was jealousy. He's seen jealousy. What does that mean? Let's go to 6. He said, furthermore unto me, Son of man, seest thou what they do? Even the great abominations that the house of Israel committeth here, that I should go far off from my sanctuary, but turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations. He considered jealousy one of these abominations, but he's going to show Ezekiel greater abominations. Gradually, it increases in wickedness. It gets worse gradually. Let me show you something. So what he say? Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations. And he brought me to the door of the court, and when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall. Then he said unto me, Son of man, dig now in the wall. And when I had digged in the wall, behold, a door. And he said unto me, Go in that behold. Go in and behold the wicked abominations that they do here. So I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creeping things and abominable beasts, and all the idols of the house of Israel portrayed upon the wall round about. And there stood before them 70 men of the ancients of the house of Israel, and in the midst of them stood Jazaniah, the son of Shaphan, with every man his censer in his hand, and a thick cloud of incense went up. Then said he unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark, every man in the chambers of his imagery? For they say, The Lord seeth us not. The Lord hath forsaken the earth. You see, these men of prominence that represent God, are doing things behind closed doors because they think the Lord forsaken the earth. They say the Lord hath not seen us. So they have these images, these idols, and you see the creeping things, roaches, crickets, all these nasty little things. You know what I'm saying? All these bugs and abominable beasts, nasty beasts around them. And it's all symbolic to the nastiness and the wickedness. They're all worshiping these things, committing filth in their chambers. And the Lord's like, this is disgusting. I can't believe this. But what does he say? He said also unto me, Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house, which was towards the north. And behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz, whatever you call her. Women were praising this God, another God, weeping, crying over this God that they don't have a God of Israel. You see, it's getting worse and worse. God don't like that. God don't like that. And then he said unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations than these. And he brought me into the inner court of the Lord's house, and behold, the door of the temple of the Lord. Between the porch and the altar were about 25 men, with their backs towards the temple of the Lord, and their faces toward the east. And they worshiped the sun towards the east. You got people worshiping the sun. God pissed. He don't like this. Greater abominations. You feel me? It's getting worse. And what's worse? They worshiping the sun. They worshiping what I created. They worshiping the creation instead of the creator. The Lord pissed. And what he say he gonna do? Then he said unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit these abominations which they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence, and have returned to provoke me to anger, and lo, they put the branch to their nose. Therefore will I also deal in fury. Mine eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity. And though they cry in mine ears with a loud voice, yet I will not hear them. The Lord will have to show Israel he is the Lord. You can't be doing this. I brought y'all out of Egypt. How dare y'all? And y'all want to commit this wickedness in front of me? Okay. Y'all think the Lord don't get angry? The Lord gets pissed. Show him respect. God bless.